Ever caught her staring at you, but the second you looked back, she looked away? You probably thought, she's just zoning out. No big deal. But what if I told you those fleeting glances, those quiet smiles, they weren't accidents. They were confessions. Moments where, without saying a word, she revealed something deeper. You've become her secret escape, her hidden source of happiness. And here's the part most men never realize. She won't always say it out loud, but her actions? They scream it. The real question is, have you even noticed? Or have you been blind to it all along? If you've ever wondered if you were the reason behind her sudden smile, comment if this happened to you, and stay till the end to uncover the final sign. You ever walk into a room, and for some reason, it feels like the air shifts the moment you step in. You don't know why, but your skin prickles. You feel eyes on you, and then, there it is. Her glance. She's looking right at you. But the second you notice, it's gone. She looks away, fast, pretending it never happened. You probably shrugged it off. Thought maybe she was just spacing out. Maybe you were in her line of sight by accident. Nothing more than a fluke. But here's what most guys never realize. That glance wasn't accidental, Dodd. It was deliberate. Women don't stare for no reason. When her eyes linger, it's because, whether she's fully aware of it or not, you're already a source of comfort to her. You're familiar, safe, someone she's secretly drawn to. But when you catch her, the fear kicks in. The fear of being obvious. Of giving herself away, Dot. It's a silent confession. Instantly swallowed back. Imagine this. You're at a party. Music thumping. Conversations buzzing all around. And there she is, across the room. You feel it again. That weightless pull. She's watching you, soft eyes tracing your every move. But the second your eyes meet, she freezes. Her gaze flicks away, as if you imagine the whole thing. She picks up her drink, pretends she wasn't even thinking about you. But here's the truth. She wasn't just looking at you. She was soaking you in, watching you because, in her mind, you're the calm in the storm, the person she unconsciously gravitates toward when her mind drifts. You didn't just walk into the room. You walked right into her thoughts. And yet, we miss this. Most men do. We're so quick to assume it's nothing. That she was bored, distracted, or maybe just zoning out. But what if I told you those tiny glances are louder than words? What if I told you she's been looking at you like that for weeks, months, and you've been blind to it all along? Next time you notice it, don't look away. Don't freeze up. Hold her gaze for just 1 second longer. Let her feel seen. And then, smile, slightly, subtly. You'll be shocked at what happens next, because suddenly, she'll light up or completely retreat. And both reactions? They tell you everything you need to know. You're not just another guy in the room. You're the one she can't stop thinking about. There's something about her laugh. You've heard it before, maybe in passing, maybe in groups, but around you. It feels different, softer, almost like it's wrapped in silk. Most guys miss this entirely. They think, she's just being polite, or worse, I must have actually been that funny. But here's the truth. Not every laugh is born from humor. Some laughs aren't meant for the joke itself. They're meant for you. They're not loud or exaggerated. They're personal, controlled, a little breathy, almost secretive. It happens like this. Picture yourself sitting across from her at some small cafe. There's that quiet hum of conversations around you, cups clinking, steam from the coffee fogging the windows just slightly. You make a light joke one you didn't think was that clever. Maybe a playful comment about the weather or a sarcastic jab about how bad the cafe music is. And then it happens. She lets out this soft giggle. She looks down, tucks her hair behind her ear, almost like she's trying to hide it. It's not a loud, boisterous laugh that calls attention. No, it's contained, sweet, intimate. You probably didn't think much of it. But in that moment, what you didn't realize is this. She wasn't just laughing at your words. She was laughing because you made her feel safe enough to. She laughs like this because it's her subconscious way of telling you, I like being around you. I feel lighter with you. It's a form of emotional signaling, one of the clearest, yet most misunderstood signs of hidden affection. Women are masters at modulating their social behavior. When they're with someone they admire, someone who makes them feel good, their entire energy softens. Their laughter becomes less performative and more genuine, more vulnerable. And here's the kicker. She might not even realize she's doing it. But you can. Next time you notice her laughing that way, quiet, breathy, lingering just a second too long, lower your voice slightly. Lean in, say something back in a tone that's just for her. Because now, you're speaking her language. You're not just some guy who's funny. You're the guy who makes her feel safe enough to let down her guard. Even if it's just through a simple laugh. Most guys overlook this completely. But not you. You're starting to notice the signs, aren't you? It always happens when you least expect it. You're sitting there, talking to her about something completely unrelated, maybe sharing a story or scrolling through your phone, when suddenly she brings up something you don't even remember saying. Didn't you mention you love old jazz records? She says casually, as if it's nothing. You pause. You don't even recall telling her that. Maybe it was weeks ago, months even, a passing comment you made about a dusty old record store or your dad's vinyl collection. But she remembered, and not only did she remember, she stored it. Most men underestimate just how deeply women listen when they care. When a woman is emotionally invested, she becomes an observer, an archivist of your smallest details. The way you take your coffee, the type of cologne you wear, that random car you mentioned once that you've always dreamed of driving. She files it all away, not because she's obsessive, but because, to her, these aren't just facts. They're windows into what makes you, and she values that. Picture this. You're sitting in her car, heading to grab lunch. You reach for the O chord, and she casually says, play that artist you like. What was it? Sam Cooke? You freeze for a second. How did she remember that? You only mentioned it once, back when you were talking about your favorite movie soundtracks. But she remembered. Why? Because in her mind, remembering isn't just about recalling facts. It's about cherishing them. It's her way of saying, I notice you. You matter enough for me to hold on to this. And that's the part most guys never see. You might think, she's just being nice, or maybe she has a great memory. But here's the truth. She doesn't do this for everyone. She does it for you because, on some level, you've already become significant to her. Even if she hasn't said it out loud. Even if she never will. This is the quiet devotion most men overlook. She didn't just remember your favorite song or how you take your coffee. She remembered it because she wanted to feel closer to you, even in ways you'd never notice. That's the beauty of it. It's subtle, invisible, but powerful. So the next time she brings up something you forgot, you even told her, don't let it slide by. Don't just brush it off like it's nothing. Smile. Look her in the eye and say, you remembered that? I didn't even remember telling you. Watch how she reacts. Because in that moment, she know you see it too. And you'll realize just how deeply she's been paying attention. All along. There's a certain shift in the air that most guys completely miss. It's subtle, almost invisible. You're talking to her, maybe telling a funny story about a female coworker, or casually mentioning a girl who slid into your DMs last week. And then she changes. Her smile tightens. Her voice drops just slightly. Maybe she suddenly becomes quieter, distracted, fiddling with her phone, or giving shorter replies. and you're left thinking, wait, did I say something wrong? Most men don't catch it. They brush it off, assuming she's just lost interest in the conversation. But here's the truth. She's testing you, not out of malice, not because she wants to manipulate you, but because, deep down, she's trying to measure how much she actually matters to you. Women don't always express jealousy with dramatic outbursts or fiery glares. Sometimes, their jealousy is playful, subtle, almost invisible to anyone. But the man it's aimed at, and the moment you mention another girl, whether you meant to or not, it activates something inside her. Her guard goes up. Her mind starts racing. Does he like her? Am I just another option to him? Why does he seem so casual about it? She doesn't say it out loud, of course. That would make her too vulnerable, too exposed. Instead, she pulls back just enough for you to feel the difference. Picture this. You're sitting next to her at a party, telling a story about some random girl who complimented your outfit earlier that day. You glance over at her, expecting a laugh or a witty reply, but instead, she's looking away, sipping her drink. Little too fast, suddenly distant. It's a test. She's watching how you react. Watching if you notice. Watching if you'll reassure her without even knowing she needs it. Here's the key most men miss. When she does this, she's showing you exactly how much she cares. And if you're sharp enough to see it, you can flip that moment into connection. When you notice her mood shift, lean back slightly, smirk just a little, and tease her playfully. Say something like, "Jealous already? I didn't even finish the story." Then, without missing a beat, follow it up with a subtle compliment. You've got nothing to worry about, trust me. In that moment, you're doing two things. At once, you're diffusing her jealousy with humor. And you're giving her quiet reassurance. Most guys fumble here, but not you. You're starting to see the hidden language she speaks. Aren't you? There's a moment when she lowers her guard, a moment so brief you almost miss it. You think you're just chatting about your day, maybe laughing at some silly story, when suddenly her voice softens. Her eyes cloud over for an instant, and she says something she never would have with anyone else. I sometimes worry I'm not good enough. You feel it, that jolt, like lightning in the chest. Because in that single sentence she's handed you her unvarnished truth. She's shown you the part of her soul she keeps locked away from everyone else. Most men panic here. They scramble to fix it, to give advice, to solve the problem. They dive into solutions. You're amazing, or don't worry about it. And in the rush of reassurance, they miss the real gift. Because when she shares something fragile, she's not asking for answers. She's asking to be heard, to be understood. To feel safe. This is emotional anchoring. It's the invisible thread that ties her happiness to yours. When she confides, she's testing the waters, seeing if you're strong enough to hold her vulnerabilities without shattering them. Imagine you're walking through the park at sunset, the sky painted in pastel pinks and purples. She stops you by a bench and whispers, "I've never told anyone this." She describes a childhood fear or a dream she's too embarrassed to chase, her voice trembling like a candle in the wind. In that instant, you're not just another guy in her life. You're her confidant, her sanctuary, the one person she trusts with the parts of herself she thinks are unlovable. And here's the kicker. She will remember how you react. Not just what you say, but how you listen. Did you interrupt? Did you rush in with fixes? Or did you lean in, nod, let the silence breathe, and simply let her pour her heart out? That's the difference between missing the sign and recognizing it. Next time she opens up like this, don't jump in with solutions. Just listen. Acknowledge. Thank you for trusting me with that. Hold eye contact. Give her the space to feel heard. Most guys fumble and fill the silence with words. But you'll hold it. because you understand that being her secret source of happiness means being her safe space. When she's done, you'll feel it in the air, a lighter tension, a soft exhale, a glance of gratitude flickering across her eyes. You're not just boosting her mood. You're anchoring her joy to your presence. And that, more than anything else, is a bond few men ever create. You haven't realized it yet, but every time you laugh, she's somewhere behind it. Maybe you're texting back and forth at midnight. She sends you a meme you didn't know you needed, a perfect joke that cracks you up. You laugh so hard your room echoes, and you can almost see her grin on the other end of the screen. Or you're sitting across from each other on the couch, watching a silly video. You smile at the screen, and she mirrors it eyes bright mouth. Lifting in imitation, these moments seem harmless, like coincidence or simple friendliness. But women who care become emotionally attuned. They tune into the frequencies that make you happy, then broadcast those same signals back hoping to see that spark in your eyes. Picture her sending you a random coffee shop playlist because she noticed you were stressed last week. Or slipping an inside joke into a group chat just to see if it gets you a laugh again. It's her own little reciprocity loop. Give you joy, get joy in return. And she might not even realize she's doing it consciously. It's instinctive, emotional. You might shrug and think, she always has a funny meme or story. But what's really happening is she's mapping your emotional landscape, then dropping breadcrumbs to guide you back to her smile. Most guys see these as isolated acts. Cute, sure, but not signals. But you see differently. When she brightens her tone just a bit when talking to you, when she shares silly videos that have nothing to do with her day, she's doing more than being friendly. She's investing in your happiness. Next time she does this, call it out. Playfully accuse her of being your personal mood manager. Say, "Is this your secret plan to keep me smiling all day?" Watch her reaction. Her eyes will light up, and she'll laugh that soft laugh again. Then lean back, nod, and say, "Well, it's working." In that moment, you're acknowledging the loop she's created. You're giving her credit for the effort she's put into making you happy. And by doing that, you close the loop, transforming her subconscious tactic into a shared secret between you. Most men never do this. They let the signs slip by without notice. But you're catching everyone. You might feel it like static in the air. One moment, she's all in laughing at your jokes, leaning close, sharing secrets. The next, she pulls back. Suddenly, distant, cool, preoccupied. Your heart dips. You wonder, did I do something wrong? Most men panic texting, calling, chasing after explanations. But here's the secret. She's not pulling away because she's losing interest. She's pulling away because she's realizing just how deep she's already fallen. It's the classic push-pull pattern. When women approach emotional intimacy, their vulnerability alarm goes off, and they instinctively create space to protect themselves. They fear being too obvious, too exposed. Picture this. You spend an incredible evening talking until sunrise. You lean in to kiss her, and she tenses. Next day, she's quieter over text. You feel the distance, and you rush in, "Hey, everything okay?" Instead, take a breath. Recognize that her retreat is a sign of how much she cares. She's afraid that if she stays too close, she'll show all her cards. So she steps back, gathers her composure, but she never looks away completely. She's still watching you, still listening, still invested. That silent observation is the biggest compliment she can give. She's testing you again. Will you chase her? Or will you let her space breathe? True confidence is knowing when not to act. When she pulls back, resist the urge to flood her with messages. Don't chase. Instead, mirror her calm. Be the unshakable presence she can rely on. A subtle message like, "Enjoying the quiet today, catch up soon," is enough to show you care without cornering her. That tiny bit of room reassures her you trust the bond you share. It tells her, I'm here when you're ready. And here's the psychological twist most guys never see. Her pullback isn't rejection. It's a deeper invitation. It's her way of saying, I'm falling too fast, so give me space to breathe. When you respond with quiet confidence instead of panic, you become her anchor. You become her secret source of calm and happiness. And in that space you give her, she'll come rushing back because she knows you won't let go. Most men miss this. They misinterpret retreat as disinterest, but not you. You understand the hidden rhythm of her heart. Think back on these 7 signs. How many have you already missed? Next time you catch a lingering glance, a secret laugh, or a moment of playful jealousy, hold your ground. Notice when she shares vulnerabilities, when she lights up your day, and even when she pulls back. Each one is a hidden clue pointing straight to the truth. You're her secret source of happiness. Replay this video, count the signs, and watch how your awareness changes everything. You're the kind of guy who pays attention. That already makes you different. Now go experience it for yourself.